I am sorry for the noise. I'm in the car. I have literally on my clothes because I've been working in the yard today. But I do have a quick message that I did want to share on my YouTube page. The message that I want to share is nobody can use who you are against you when you know who you are. Nobody can use who you are against you when you know who you are. I had a run-in with one of my cousins the other day, maybe not even the other day, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And of course, this is a guy, cousin of mine, that I grew up with, and pretty much knows, basically everything about me. So he comes to the house about 2 weeks ago, and he says to me, "So I see your little business and everything. What you're supposed to be a little motivational speaker or something." And so he starts to go into a conversation. I don't think he was trying to be funny. I think he was, just, making fun of me. But that's how serious I am about my business, about my profession. Like, don't play. Like, I'm very serious about that. So I said to him, "Ho, ho, 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 ho. Let me say this to you because you sound like you're trying to be a little shady. Let me say this to you. I am a motivational speaker. I prefer the term inspirational speaker because the motivational speakers that I pay attention to inspire me in one way, shape, or form. So I prefer the term inspirational speaker. However, motivational speaker, yes, I am a motivational speaker. I am a practicing motivational speaker, and I have been for the past several years. Give me my props where it's due. Like, stop playing. Like, give me my props where it's due. But this is a cousin who is known. I'm a single mother. I'm a single mother of 3 girls, 11, 8, and 2, and I think that the misperception of being a single mother, or someone saying that they're a single mother, is what kind of confirms who you are to everybody else that is not a single parent, or a single mom, or something of that nature. It kind of confirms that, well, you're just a single mom. That's it. It's not too much more you can be. Wrong. So much more I can be. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I maintain a business. As a matter of fact, I maintain 2 businesses. I'm also a personal development coach. Give me my props where it's due. Everything that I do right now in my life, I've earned, and I've been doing it for the past 7 years. And celebrate me. Give me what's due to me. Which at the same time is asking a little much, because in this business, in this profession, in life, nobody is just going to give you anything. They don't care how many plaques you've gotten. They don't care how much money you've made. They don't care where they're seeing your name. They don't know how many events you've attended. They don't care. You're not going to just get something. They're not just going to give you something, just because you say you feel like you deserve it. Fine with me. I'm okay with working for it, but note to self, work for what you want. Be who you are. Be who you want to be. Be who you aspire to be. Be who inspires you. Be what inspires you. A lot of times people like to assume that single moms are, we're overly sexually active. We are overly sexual. We are not taking care of our children. We are not raising happy, healthy children. We cannot commit to a relationship. We cannot commit to a career. We cannot commit to a job. We don't have any goals. We don't aspire to be or do anything. We're kind of just, riding a wave looking for a handout, Wrong. Your perception of me, society's perception of me as I am, is inaccurate. You know, and that's basically what I'm going to tell anybody. Just because I'm a single mother, boo-boo, do not come for me. Like, do not come for me, you know. And that's basically, you know, who I am. You know what I mean? I'm an entrepreneur. I am a mother of 3 girls who, may I add, my 11-year-old and my 8-year-old stay on the honor roll. I am a mother of 3 girls, and I am a business owner. I am a writer, and I am a personal development coach. You know, I am more than just a single mother. You know, I am more than just a single mother. But people use those terms to try to belittle you, to belittle your efforts, to belittle, you know, what you feel for yourself, what you want out of life. You know, everything that you want is not important. You're supposed to be putting your children first. Your life is over. You're supposed to be putting your children first. That is not true. You know, that is not true. It's not being selfish. The only way your children can have a life or look forward to having a life or a future is if you have one. That's the only way. So you have to, like, stop letting people get in your head. You know, stop letting people get in your heart, and focus on you. Focus on what you believe and who you are. You know, and carry that with you wherever you go, to an event, to a meeting, parent-teacher conference, the grocery store, the gas station, you know, family cookout. Carry that with you wherever you go. Develop that confidence in yourself and carry that with you wherever you go. When you know who you are, nobody can use who you are against you. When you know who you are, nobody can use who you are against you. It's funny that this is a title. Maybe about 5 years ago, I met this girlfriend of mine, and when I first met her, she was very quiet around me. I was very quiet around her, which I am around people that I don't really know. Once we got to know each other, we were inseparable, literally inseparable. Where you saw her, you saw me, and vice versa. And one thing that I noticed about her, first and foremost, is that she is not the petty type. She is not the type that's, you know, belittling females and discrediting them. And, you know, she's rooting for you. Even though she doesn't know you, she's rooting for you. She's just that type. But she is also what I realized about her is that she was a little much insecure in herself. Although she put out a very secure and confident attitude, she'd meet a guy, or I could be talking to her in private, and she'd tell me about stories long ago about, you know, when she got into it with, you know, whoever, you know, a long time ago. And she would always say to me that these girls would always call me a whore, or they would always call me a hoe or a slut. And she'd always say that to herself, and to me, talking to me, she'd always say, I know I'm a whore. I know I'm a slut. Like, you don't have to tell me that. I know that's true about me. And I would always say to her, why would you say that about yourself? You know, why are you saying that about yourself? Because you love sex? Because you've had sex? Because you're having sex? You know, what about you makes you feel like you are a slut or you're a whore? You know, and her response was always, I'm going to say it about myself before I give them a chance to say it about me. Well, that basically means that you think that you're a slut or you're a whore. At the same time, you don't want these girls to think that you think that about you. You understand what I'm saying? I know that was a bit confusing, but the gist of it is what you don't want to be called, you cannot be called what you don't answer to. You cannot be called what you don't answer to, you know. And if you identify with that, if you identify with being mean or attitudish or stuck up or unfriendly, then that is something that you feel about you already. You know, that's not something that somebody placed there. That is something that you you grew up with. You understand what I'm saying? That's something that you grew up with, and those may be issues that you might need to delve a little bit deeper into to get to the core root of it. But, you know, if that's not how you want to be perceived, then don't answer to that. Don't answer to that. You know, I don't use the term bitch at all to describe any female. Anybody that I may not particularly want to be in the company of, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna call you out of your name. And I've been called that, like, because, if you're a female, then you've probably been called that once or 10 times in your life, right? So I've been called that before, but I don't answer to it. That's not what my mother named me. That's not what my father named me. That's not what I feel about myself. That's not who I am. So that's not what I'm going to answer to. You understand what I'm saying? So what you don't want to identify with, you don't have to answer to. Like, just don't answer to. Nobody can treat you. Nobody can treat you. Nobody can use who you are. I'm sorry, I got thrown off track looking at the trees. Nobody can use who you are against you when you know who you are. Nobody can use who you are against you when you know who you are. But knowing who you are starts with you. And I get that sometimes, we grow up and it's hard growing up. It's hard when you don't always have somebody to tell you, how beautiful you are on the inside, how sweet you are, how loving you are, how caring you are, how nice you are, how pretty you are. And somebody that tells you that they love you, when you wake up in the morning and you go to sleep at night. I get that, but somewhere along the line we have to develop that, for ourselves, because now we're grown-ups and now we're parents, and now it's not up to our parents anymore to teach us, to say, I love you every day, because 9 times out of 10 they're probably not going to say it. You're probably not going to even see your parents every day. You may talk to them, but you might not even see them every day. So 9 times out of 10, you may not hear that from them every day, even though you know it. You may not hear it every day. So at some point growing up, you have to develop that for yourself, in yourself. You have to get to the point where you're like, you know what, I love myself. It is what it is. Like, I love me. I'm a very sarcastic person. I love that about me. And, I can have an attitude sometimes. I like that about me. I'm working on that. Because sometimes my attitude comes, from the flesh, and I prefer it come, from a different place, I guess. So I am working on that. However, I still love myself. I like that I'm blunt. I like that I'm straightforward. I like that you don't have to wonder what I'm thinking or what I'm going to say, because I'm going to tell you. You understand? I like that I'm knowledgeable. I love that I am, an avid reader. I love that I love to learn new stuff about me every day. I love that about me. I love that about me.